I've decided to get rid of the majority of my Micro Four Thirds lenses. So gone are all of my Olympus 1.2 Pro Primes, the Olympus 12-40 f2.8, which is the lens I thought I'd never get rid of, and the 75mm f1.8. I've kept the Leica 10-25 and the 25-50 f1.7 zooms, and the 42.5 f1.2 prime lenses, and the Olympus 40-50 f2.8 zoom, which I'm contemplating selling for the Leica 50-200, and I've also kept all of my Voigtlander f0.9 primes, because believe me, if they go, I think I'd be officially done with the Micro Four Thirds system. So how have I sold up? Well, I've been shooting with the Micro Four Thirds format for the past 9 years, and for the first time I'm looking up to see what else is out there. Admittedly, my lenses all cover a similar focal range, and I think the deciding factor for the autofocus capable lenses was having Lumix lenses for Lumix bodies for 100% compatibility, and especially if we were to get any new firmware updates. I think due to my age and the time I got into filming, I always took a pragmatic approach and was able to build and grow a business built around the Micro Four Thirds system. I never felt the need to try another system, and deliberately purchased owning native lenses, and also knowing myself would probably be on my 15th camera body if I'd gone down the adapter route. So what's out there that caught my interest? Well, firstly, I would never consider going to another mirrorless DSLR style camera as an upgrade, as I feel any limitations for me are in the usability and workflow, not necessarily the image quality. Which I guess is why for the time being I've kept our GH6s but getting rid of the GH5 Mark II, and most likely will be getting rid of the GH1. I also don't feel like going down another wholly proprietary lens mount route, and therefore I think the Sonys are kind of unfavourable to me. So that would leave only Blackmagic and Canon cinema cameras, and the need for professional video features and especially internal ND filters is a top priority. What I can say more than anything about Lumix cameras are when it comes to reliability, they have never missed a beat, and I've shot in freezing winter and hot African heat and Caribbean tropical climates, and I've even used the GH4 to break a fall and still look brand new when I sold it 8 years later. For this reason, I feel like the build quality of the Blackmagic camera isn't for me at this point. So that leaves the Canon cameras, and the one that appeals to me the most is the Canon C70. It's a form factor I'm long familiar with, as it's still somewhat in that DSLR style shape. It's got professional XLR mic and timecode inputs, crazy amounts of dynamic range, and 10 stops of internal ND. Though this also got me thinking why we haven't had a successor to the brilliant Panasonic AG-AF101. And even though I'm not emotionally invested in the Micro Four Thirds system, I do feel like the reason I've not fully sold up is the hope that Panasonic brings out a Micro Four Thirds equivalent to the Sony FX6 and the Canon C70. I mean, they already have all the necessary ingredients from the fixed lens DVX200 and the EVA1, for which they strangely went with Canon's EF mount, and was a massive upgrade in price for the majority of GH5 shooters, though I think their motives were to entice Sony FS and camera cinema line shooters. Still, I think the perfect bridge for the EVA1 and even the Vericam LT for GH shooters would have been a professional Lumix built, interchangeable lens cinema camera for the Micro Four Thirds system, which, based on my decision to hold on to my beloved Voigtlander lenses, I'm still holding out for. So like, share, and shoot me some comments on if a Lumix Micro Four Thirds cinema camera would be something you'd buy into. And let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.